It's small, tiny.
Girls, can you sit? Did you start? Okay. Girls, can you move over to that? Can you guys see okay from here?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Wait, are we doing the card thing again?
Yeah. Because I don't think you guys had enough time last time, right? Did you guys have enough time last time? Not enough, yeah. Okay, so let's get started so you guys can... Yes, go this way. Because you're blocked this way. Go move that side. Go move that side. Go. There's empty spaces over there. Let the latecomers get this spot because it's not a very nice spot. So you guys move there. Okay, so you guys let's quickly review. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, let's quickly review. What types of There's two types of sentences in English and Arabic. What are they? Is it? Action sentences and
Is sentences.
is sentences. Tell me an example of each. Action sentences. Tell me in English. Give me an example of action. Abdullah.
I ran towards the hallway.
I ran towards the hallway. Okay, think of an example of is sentences and then give it to me. Somebody, just raise your hand. I'll click on you.
Ism?
Okay. Is sentence. Adam.
My sister is small.
My sister is small.
Hey guys, you know what Khalid is?
My dad with them.
He's not here.
Was he supposed?
Was he not close? I think someone was trying to make him up or something.
Yeah, I'm looking for him.
Did they already
Oh,
leave?
yeah, okay, I found it. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So two types of sentences, right? You have the action sentence. It has what's the action in the action sentence?
I ran.
Ran. Right. So this is the action. How about the is?
Mine.
Is my
Okay.
is.
No. That is the is in that sentence, right? So okay. Is Bilal here too?
No, he's at a different class.
Okay. Okay, so we were just reviewing the two types of sentences, action sentences and is sentences. So for now, we're only focusing on the action sentences. So you guys, I'm just wearing this because the camera's here. So if I'm here, I won't. Okay, so we're only focusing on the action sentences. And we talked about action sentence in Arabic. How is English sentences different from Arabic in terms of action sentence?
I can't see.
Okay. But if I go here also, right?
I can see your hand.
Yeah, my hand's fine. Okay, so action sentence in Arabic and English, how are they different?
If you write them, you could start writing English from the right side and Arabic from the left side.
Okay, English from the left side, Arabic from the right side. Okay, Zayd? Huh? The fi'al is first. So in Arabic, the action word comes first. Like here in English, you see the doer comes first, right? This is the doer of the action, right? But in Arabic, we have the action first. So what's he said in Arabic? He said. Qala. Okay? So in Arabic, you have qala. Qala. So another difference that I didn't mention last time was that in Arabic, the doer, it always will have an ID. Remember? Remember ID? So it always have an ID, and ID is inside doer. We'll call it ID just to make it easier for us to remember. It has an ID. So that's the difference between English and Arabic sentences, is that when you just have the action word in Arabic, it's a full sentence. Because this translates as he said. I know it doesn't seem like a full sentence because of this particular action word, but let's say you have like he went. So dhahaba means he went. He went is like saying he left. Right? So saying he went is a full sentence. But if in English you just say the word went, is that a full sentence? No. So that's another difference. So now remember, all the action words in Arabic have this ID. Okay? So remember their ID. I'm going to give you some examples. If you guys remember from last week, those blue cards that I gave you, they're all the same action words, but they're all different, right? How are they different? The beginning or the end? The end, okay? Okay. So, for example, how would you say she said? So, qala is he said. Qalat. How would you say they said? Qalu. So, what did you notice? How can you tell what the ID is? So, for example, okay, before that. Qala, what's the ID? Meaning, what's the inside doer?
He.
He. How about qalat? What's the ID?
She.
She. How about qalu?
They.
They. So, that's easy, right? So, what's the ID? Help me circle the ID, how you can recognize if it's a he, she, or they. So, if it's a he,
It's by itself.
it's basically like the ending will be like a fatha. It's like the original form of the word, basically. How about if it's a she?
It's a da.
Da with a sukun. Yeah. How if it's they? Yeah. Wow with the dhamma and the alif at the end. Everybody got it? Zaid and Abdul Aziz and Abdullah, you got it?
Yeah.
Right? So those are the ID. That's going to be very, very important. Okay, so what else? Oh yeah, so the difference between Arabic and English sentences is that the English begins with the doer, but in Arabic we have the doer coming after. So you would have, okay, who do you want to put as saying something?
Me.
Who said me? Zainab? Okay. So where should we put Zainab? Should we say Zainab, should we put it here? Should we put it here? Should we put it here? Qalat. Yeah, because she's a girl, right? So now help me put the ending haraka on this. Zainabu, Zainaba, Zainabi. Huh? Okay, this is where I want to bring your attention to this. So you see these charts? So last year we learned this. So the new students, you guys are gonna have to catch up with this, okay? The old students, you guys remember this?
Yeah.
Okay, so we call this the Muslim chart, right? So you see here, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. You see it's different, U, A, E, right? So this is for one person. One Muslim, one Muslim, one Muslim. Muslimani, two Muslims, two Muslims, two Muslims. Muslimuna, three or more Muslims. Okay, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. Now, what's the difference between the an, and in? So the is when it's a doer. So anything that's a doer, well, if it's one, it will end with a dhamma. And if it's two, it will be ani. This is what you're going to be looking at. And if it's plural, it's going to be una. So if the new students watch the videos, you would see that this is the ending combination, ani. This is the ending combination, una. And this will be the ending sound, un. Okay? Yes, Ibrahim.
The pink one is the Muslim part. That's for female, right?
Yeah, so the pink one is for the female. So the female, if you notice, it ends with tamarbuta. Most of the times. But some words don't end with tamarbuta.
Some of them end with a noon.
Where? Oh yeah, this one. Because the tamarbuta here became an open ta. Right? Because we're adding the ani. We're adding the ending combination ani. And then for the plural, for the female, it's different. It's atun, atin, atin. So you guys are going to have to catch up with this, okay, if you haven't already. So now, if I ask you again, I said that if you're a doer, you have to end with if it's one person, you have to end with the dhamma. You have to end with the dhamma. You see the an, and the in. If it's an an, then usually it's a detail. If it's an in, it's also a detail, but a little bit different. So now, I ask you again. Zainab said. Zainab is the doer of the saying. So if it's Zainabu, Zainaba, Zainabi. Zainab, B. Who says boo? Almost everybody says boo. Adam. Zainabu, the doer.
Oh.
The doer. So, okay. Zainabu. So, qalat Zainabu. If I say qalat Zainaba, how would you translate that? Qalat Zainaba. If it's a fatha, then it's a detail. Then how would you translate qalat Zainaba?
She detail.
Translate that. Qalat.
She
Zainab.
Zainab said.
But how can Zainab say? She's not a doer anymore. She's a detail now.
Zainab.
She
She
said
said Zainab. She said Zainab. See, just one haraka change and the whole meaning changed. If I put qalat Zainabu, how would you translate that? Zainab said. So that brings us to how to translate action sentences. Go to page 5 in the book.
Everybody there?
Outside door? Go to page 5 on the, the topic is how to translate action sentences. You see those numbers 1 through 4? Yeah? Okay. So, the first step is, so you have, let's look at this one. قالت زينب. Okay? So, in Arabic, action sentence will always begin with an action word. And then after that, anything can come. Okay? So now, we know that action words in Arabic always have an ID, an inside doer, right? So, but there's also such a thing as outside doer, and we'll call that OD. So right here, Zainab is now an OD, she's an outside doer. Why is she an outside doer? Because she has that dhamma on her. Okay? So now, how do you translate a sentence? First, you look at the action word, you know the inside, you know the ID, right? The ID is a she for qalat. Now you go and look at the word after it. Is there any words that has an ending sound u or un, or ending combination ani or una, or atun if it's a female? So if there is, then the inside doer, the ID inside will be taken over by the OD. The OD is stronger than the ID if there is an OD outside. So how would we translate it? In English, you don't say, she said, Zainab. That's wrong, right? You have to say, Zainab said. So when you translate in English, you have to put it in the form in English where the doer comes first. So then that means when you look at an Arabic sentence, you have to skip the action word first, go to the doer, say that word first. That is in number 2, in the steps. Translate the doer. So the doer here is Zainab, and the OD takes over, right? So we say Zainab. And now you translate the action. The action is said, but you don't say Zainab, she said. Okay, make common sense, right? English. So Zainab said. And that's how we translate an action sentence. Okay? So, now, another information that you guys have to remember. Only he and she can take OD. Like they, you cannot put an outside doer for this. This is very, very important. And you guys are going to practice this with the cards. So you guys have to know this, okay? Only he or she can let an OD take over. Any other ones, they will not let any OD take over. They're stronger than the OD. So if you want to remember, he and she are weak. The OD can take over. Okay? The other ones, the ID are strong. They will never let any OD take over. Okay? Only he and she will let them take over. So, for example, I'm going to give you an example over. Okay. So you guys are good with this? Any questions? Zaid? No? Okay.
I have a question.
Yes. Oh, yes, Mariam.
That's OD.
Outside doer.
Okay.
Okay. So let me erase this part. Okay. Now the interesting thing is that the ID for the he and she is so weak that its outside doer can be something different. Okay? Let me use the word ja'ala. Anybody know the meaning of ja'ala? No? He made. Okay? He made. So I will do this. Made. What's the ID of ja'ala? What's the ID? The inside doer. He. How do you say she made?
Ja'alat.
How do you say they made?
Ja'alu.
Okay, good. So now, ja'ala is a he, right? The ID is the he. Now, I said that the he and the she are so weak that it can let a different kind of OD take over. Did you see here? There's only one female here, right? And this is a she, right? So Zainab matches, the number matches, right? One Zainab, one she said, right? But, like I said, they're so weak, they can even let a plural doer take over. So if I were to say, Muslimuna, how does that, how would you translate the word Muslimuna? Muslims. It's many Muslims, right? Because we have that, you see the Muslimun, one Muslim.
Many Muslims made.
Yeah, many Muslims made. So did you notice that this is many Muslims? So I would translate this as Muslims. There's many Muslims. But there's only he in here. That's what I mean. The ID, he and she are so weak that they can even let a plural OD take over. Okay, this is very important also. They'll be there in the cards too, and in the homework. Okay, so let's give an example for she. Okay, how do you say she made in, how do you say she made again in Arabic? Ja'alat. Did it stop, Ibrahim?
No.
Okay, now how can I say many Muslim, okay, so, yes Adam, question first.
Yeah, so you know how Zainab had the inside gender?
Uh-huh,
Like that word?
yeah.
So with Hatla, when made, like it has a he, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whenever you say many Muslims, is the inside gender of Muslims a
Has to
he?
yeah.
Is it-
So basically, yeah, good point. That's what I was going to come to. So here, the gender is masculine, right? Males, right? So it has to be Muslim males. I cannot put here many Muslim females made and then use the he ID. Is that what you were going to ask? Is that what you're wondering? Yeah, good questions. Okay, so now I'm saying that what's the ID of Ja'alat?
That is a girl.
The ID.
Female.
The ID is the she then, right? So, but the OD can be a plural of Muslim females. It cannot be, I cannot use Muslimuna for Ja'alat. You guys getting me?
Yeah.
So what would I put here? Which one?
They're Muslimatun.
Muslimat.
Yes, Muslimatun. Muslimatun. So how would I translate that? To differentiate that this is a female Muslim, so I would yeah. Female Muslims made. So we're not going to worry about the detail for now. I just want you guys to know this, okay? So know that the he and she ID are so weak, it can even let a plural doer take over, a plural OD take over. And yeah, so you have to know the female and the female and the masculine. Okay, let's see what else. There's also, okay, we'll do that for now. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I think you guys got it. Okay, let me give you the cards. How many of you guys are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
It's not that many.
8, 9, 10.
So I'll let you guys work in
12.
12. Okay, I think you guys are working 3, 2, 3. Okay, so the color.
So we're working in 2.
Yeah, you guys also like last time. You guys work in threes. So, the colored cards are the action words. So I think last time, who was it? Salah was sitting with who? Sarah. I put the order wrong last time because I was looking at it from this side.
Yeah,
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Okay, just as long as you know too. So remember, okay, the action word comes first. So in Arabic, from the right, right? It comes from the right. You guys are getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and make sentences with that. And remember like what OD can take over and what ID, and so play around with that. Because some of the cards you're going to be able to have a plural OD take over he or she ID. Okay? Go ahead and do that and then I'll come around. Work in twos. So you guys are going to be good at this.
Can we write with pencil on this?
What do you want to write? The ID? Right on the back.
On the back?
Yeah. There might be something at the back, but just ignore it.
Is there any doors here?
There should be doers. So you're going to be able to make 3 separate sentences.
That's wall.
So basically what you're going to do, you're going to take the action words, just line them up.
So the rock did.
What's the
Rock
idea?
struck the
Rock
stuck the most fear.
What's the idea of that? Right, that's the idea. What's the idea of that? So you're right, right? Yeah. So put that here. Yeah, it always comes.
Walls.
Because in Arabic, the action word always comes, right?
Two walls.
So now you're just going to have to find a door. Find an outside shooter. You don't have an outside door. Like this one, you take an outside door. The ID is this. Can you take an outside door? No, because remember that he and she are the only ones that can take an outside door. We need to take an outside door. but the date will be strong. So you won't take an answer. Because if you say they, right, who would you say is they? Like the he and she, you put in context. Who overtake, right? That's the only, but they, you will not ever use. Only the he and she, I think. So for this one, you just need to put something that's used. And you guys, the details are nasab, right? The one that ends with fatha? Yes. Yeah, don't worry about the meaning. I'll come and tell you, but it means slave ship.
Wait a minute, hold on. This is, oh yeah, no, this makes sense. Like,
It is like
here,
really
ships, cave.
Okay. So, okay. So let's do this one. You guys know what halaman? Okay. What else? So, what wait, okay, so first, what's gonna happen? I have the singular, right? Now let's look. So what's
Muslimina is male.
how do that mean?
Muslimuna.
How do that mean? It's fine.
This is Muslimina. Muslimina.
That's what it's jar.
Jar.
So when you translate, either. Okay, so how we translate
Okay,
it?
yeah. So, what does it mean?
You don't have them. He ate a pen. Okay, he ate a pen. That's the difference. There's one with that one. And remember that the gender has to match. If it's male, then it has to match.
Muslimani is remaining Muslimina.
So it is plural.
Huh?
It is plural.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to change that.
They're not jumbo.
I think maybe we should, yeah. Sorry. Okay. You guys make your sentences. I'll come around again. You guys done?
No, we're just.
Okay. Call me when you're done. You guys got it?